This is The Big Question with Dr. Ellie Gonzalez, brought to you by Good News Unlimited, tackling the big questions in a simple and positive way.
And today's big question is, does God exist? Does God exist? This is the most important question we can ask because the answer to this question ultimately determines the answer to every other question. I asked myself this question when I started thinking for myself. That's when I was 14. I'd been brought up as a Christian, but one night I said to God, it's time for me to know you for myself. So God, if you're really there, and if you love me and have a plan for my life, then please wake me up at 2:31 a.m. I went to sleep pretty much straight away, and then suddenly I was awake as if someone was pushing me and turning my head towards my clock. The time? It was 2:31 a.m. That event set me off on my own journey of discovery of who God was for myself. But I believe that God reveals himself to us in many different ways. So here's some other ways. God uses the existence, beauty, and the design of the natural world around us to reveal himself to us. Why is there something rather than nothing? And where did that something come from? Why is it that there appears to be clear evidence of design in nature? And why is there such beauty? And, when you look around you, it's not just boring greys and browns. Next, each one of us has an inner guide that we call our conscience. Why is it that, as a generalization across most cultures on earth, there's a basic common morality? Most people seem to aspire to a higher kind of love and morality that goes beyond merely the survival of the individual or even the group or society. Why? And for me, it's also clear that the Bible has a divine origin. When you consider that it was written over a period of 1,500 years or so, and by different authors who wrote 66 books, the Bible is amazingly uniform in the one story it tells, and particularly about the coming and the work of Jesus Christ. And finally, Jesus Christ himself is the greatest revelation of God and the greatest evidence of his existence. To me, there's no reasonable explanation for the coming and the impact of Jesus of Nazareth other than his origin from God. As I see it, there's also something else. I also believe that God exists because his existence helps me make sense of everything else around me. The world is exactly the way you'd expect it to be if what he says about it is true. Knowing that God exists has helped me move on to the next most important question. What is God like? And I have found him to be a wonderful, loving, and caring God. And that's what has made all the difference in my life.
For more, contact goodnewsunlimited.com.